take you to the main menu there. Okay, now since you'll be doing this process work for the first time, you need to make sure that you have changed also the accounting period. Where you change the accounting period, you come to security control. Then period changes here. Okay, so here you select, there's a small one there, you select one there. Then when you come here, you select, you want to open maybe the period for the whole year. So you start from January. So you use this small calendar, you go to January, from 1st January to 31 December. Okay, 31 December there. Okay, then you can update here. Okay, so this means that now the whole year is open. If you want to open month-wise, it's up to you. It works the same way. Then you close it here. Now, without wasting our time, let's now start the other things. So, if you want to put company details, you go under security and company details. Then here there is a small one here. You select there. You put your name, your company name, physical address, town, TP number, country, like that. Update here. That's all. Yeah. Okay. So now, let's assume that we want now to make a journal. Okay. How do we make a journal? A journal is very simple. You just go under advanced accounting. Then you create a journal here. All right. So here you say tab. Here you select a date. So today's date, which is 4, right? Then here reference here, you can simply say maybe salaries journal. Salaries journal. Okay. Now, since all the salaries you are dealing with the kwacha is pure kwacha, is nothing like US dollar. So you'll be always putting 1 here on the foreign currency rate, whether GRIN, whatever, you always use 1 because you don't deal with the foreign currency. Then you say tab. Here, if you are debiting a staff, that's when you use this one. If it is a customer, you will use a combo here. If it is a supplier, you use a combo here. Now this is the general journal, so you forget about that. Tap, tap, tap. When you come here, you can say, let's see if we have wages and wages. Is there any wages? We don't have wages. Okay, salaries. Yeah, salaries we have. So we can simply say being salaries for the month of May 2021. Now, okay, so what you do is you simply copy that one also to the, so that it goes to the next line. Control C to copy, then tab here. If you want to use the cost center here, you can get your cost centers here. Okay, look at the way how it is. Let's assume that maybe this salary is for accounts, so you select accounts there. Then how much? Maybe it's 15,000 patch. Okay, tab, don't clear the zeros. Then here we'll say, where is it coming from? So maybe it's coming from the cash bank. So, okay, so if your bank is Zanaco, you can use Zanaco as a cash book. Remember, the bank represented a pure cash book here, nothing else. Okay, as you can see here. If you don't have a bank, you create the bank cash book. We'll show you how to do it there. Then here, Control C, paste. Then here, on the bank, there's no need to put a cost center. So here you put 15,000 kwacha. That's all. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah. So you can save. Okay. Yeah. You save. Now, in an event where you feel like you have made a mistake, you can query, recall back that channel here. Then let's say I want to recall back that one. Yeah, you can see it comes back there. So if you want to amend it further, you can amend it further. If you don't want to amend it further, you can simply save it. This recall function is used when you did not finish the channel. Maybe you left it, you knocked off the following day, you can still come back and work on it. Okay, I will save it now since mine is complete. Okay, and close. Then the next thing is to post the channel here. Okay, I want to post that channel which I created, and here it is. Okay, now let's do one thing. If an event before I post it, now follow me clearly. See what is going to happen before I post it. Suppose my channel is not balancing here. Okay, let me go back and query it so that you learn what happens here. Let's say my channel here is out of balance. So instead of 15, I keyed in that one. Then try to save here. Okay. Now you see that it gives me a difference. It says there's a difference of 1,000 kwacha. You can see here. Yeah. Now suppose I force it to save. Okay. Sometimes other people say how they do. They will come here and clear it there, thinking that everything is okay. It's not okay. Now, what happens if you try to post it here? Okay. They normally come here and they try to post. Yeah. See what is going to happen now. You see? Please check and clear the difference in the box. Have you seen this 1,000 which was there? So this channel, no matter what, it will never be posted. It will keep on popping up until you go back and balance it off. You see, it will keep on doing that. So now we want to make sure that that difference goes. We need to go back and balance it off. So you go back to under create a channel here. All right. So you query it back here. You still find it here. Okay. Then now I'll simply come here where it's not. You can see the difference here. There's a 1,000 there. So I'll simply come here and amend my channel here. That's all. Okay. Amend it to balance it to 15. So much that when I save there now it will accept. Yeah, it accepts it. So now after accepting it, now I can come here and post it nicely without problems. Yeah. So there we are. The channel. Okay. Right. You see, successive posted. So even if I come and check it here, it is not there, it's gone. So close there. So now, what if I try to query it again here to see whether it can allow me to amend? Since I know that it was journal number 3, if I try to do this, see, this document is already approved and it cannot be edited. So there is nothing that we can do about it. If you want to amend that, you just have to pass a reversal. You can't amend it. Well, once a journal is posted, it can never be amended. Now, for the JV, we are done. Let's move on to maybe utility bills. We have received some utility bills from a utility company. Now you need to check here under suppliers whether you have a utility company which has sent you the bills. So there is nothing there. So let me say maybe water bills. So Mwense water supply. Okay, maybe that's the utility company. Okay, then box there. If it is whatever box there, you put right. Yeah, country Zambia. Okay, so now then here you simply say add. Okay, and exit here. So now since I've received a water bill from Mwense water supply, I need to go under the create general journal to post my water bills. Then here I'll simply come here and create date, which is 12. Then here I'll say invoice number. Let's say invoice number. Invoice number. Maybe the invoice number as the physical document is like this. Then I'll simply say okay. Here one, because these are kwacha, pure kwacha. So now here, please, since this is a supplier of water bills, meaning this company is a creditor. So select it here. Okay. Yeah. You see it has come there. So tap here. Then now water bills. You just type in water here. Water expense comes in. Okay. Being water bills for the month of May 2021. Okay. Yeah. So maybe the cost center here. If you don't want to put it, you are not operating the budget, there's no need to put the cost center. But if you are operating the budgets, you need to put the cost center. So let's say maybe it's 2033, yeah, like that, 30, 55 way. Okay. Then now I'll say we haven't yet paid this, so it has to go to a creditor. All right. So now I'll simply copy this one, no problem. Copy that one and bring it here, generation, then yeah, and take it here, credit my creditor with the same amount. Okay, yeah, I can see here it's 0. So post is save here. All right. So close here. I need to go and post my journal now. Okay. Advanced accounting, and post my journal here for water bills. Okay. Yeah, there we are. So post here, post, right? Yeah. Right. This is done. So, but remember before you post, always print the JVs. So like that one, JV3 and 4, you can print it here. Okay. So you simply say select a range here from maybe from first to where we are. Okay. To 12. So here, since we have already posted, if we try to check it here, it won't be there. So, but you can type in 3 there. For the first one, that one for salaries, it will come here. Okay. So you will see it popping up anytime from now. There we are. It's coming out. That's the JV here with all the narration. Always print this and put it on the box file after signing them off. They are required for audit purpose. Okay, here we are. Yeah. So you can see I'm the one who created it and reposted it. That's why it's writing admin. So now, if I want for the other one for your electricity, you type in for there and they preview it here. Okay, it will also come there. There we are. Yeah, there it is. It has come as well. Water and creditors. So there's no problem here. Okay, so there we are. Have the journal printed and put it on the file. There's no problem. Then now let's see the creditors, how it's looking like. When you come under creditors here, supplier ledger, go to supplier ledger so that you see how much is owing to Mwense water bill or water supply. So you select it like that. Yeah, right? Like that, no problem. Like this. Yeah, Mwense is coming there. Then here, you need to put creditor as an account. Okay, so that it fits. So now, wait a little bit. Yeah, there it is. It has compiled. So you have this ledger coming in. Yeah, everything. So this is what you are supposed to pay Mwense water supply. Okay. Now, when you want to pay, you print the ledger here and the supporting invoice. Yeah, I attach them together. So now let's try to pay these water bills. So you come under purchases here, since we are making a payment. So payment voucher here. Okay. Yeah. Then now here you put the date of payment, which is today. Yeah. So you select the company which you want to pay for. Yeah, that one. Let's say supply, whatever it is. Then you put the check number if it's a check. If it's a transfer, you say transfer. Check number, maybe this is my check number. Then tab, then tab there. Then here you select the invoice which you are paying, which is this one here. You remember the one which we keyed in, and it comes automatically here. So if you are paying only 2,000, then it means that the other 3,335.33 will remain. Next time when you pay, we want to pay, you find it. Now in this case, let me say I want to pay 2,000 only. Okay, I'll say part payment. Part payment. Okay, that's all. Then save it here. That is it. Payment voucher number 1. So to print the payment voucher, you come under purchases again in payment voucher printing here. All right. Then here, okay, we can say, okay, starting from there to maybe to the end of the month, so that I have everything in one range. You can see the payment voucher is there. But here, let me emphasize, if you don't print a voucher today, tomorrow you'll find that it's not there. Unless you know the payment voucher number, then you simply type in the payment voucher number, which is number 1. You can reprint it. It's advisable to you, since you are still learning, whatever payment voucher which you are making, print it. Okay, so that even if you don't find it tomorrow, you want to reprint it, you can reprint it. So I can select it here, no problem, and have it printed, the payment voucher. Yeah, the normal way without problems. There is my payment voucher. Okay, you can take it to my seniors for signing there. Okay, you can see it says payment voucher. Everything is there. So now, yeah, this is how much I'm paying. Yeah, everything is there, authorized by. Yeah, so they authorize it there. Then you pay. That's it. Okay, so this is it done. So now let me see the supplier ledger, how it looks like. If I'm to print the supplier ledger now, how does it look like? Because I should find the balance of 333 only, because I've paid 2,000. So in this case, I'll do this. Doesn't matter the range which you put, as long as it is within the month. Okay, which is in equation. So creditors here. Okay, so preview here, right? Yeah. So now we wait a little bit for the report to be compiled. You see? So this is the check number, and this reference the invoice which I'm paying, which is there, and the balance of course is 333. So next time when I will pay, it will clear that 333, and it will still get the invoice number, which is that one. And you can see the balance here, 333. That's it. We are done. So now, in this case, let's try to order some goods. Let's say maybe some books here, all right, for the students, all right. So now what you do is, before you order, because those are inventory, you go under inventory here and you create the items there to order. So here, to create those, you need to go to the new page here. Have you seen that it's written? It has written new blank record. So you click there. Okay. So here we say textbooks. Okay. Then now you can give them a sequence, maybe 001. The next one item will be 002, 003 until you reach maybe 20 million, like that. So here I will say, okay, where am I going to put them? In the main stores. Okay, so I'll simply add it there. Okay, perfect. Then now, because this one has to be ordered from the supplier. Do I have a supplier to order from? No, I don't have. So you need to add a supplier. So you come again here, you point here, you find to add a new supplier. So you click there. So let's say Boko Heart. That's where I'm buying this. Okay, Zambia Limited. Address box where they are found. Lusaka, Zambia. Just add it there. That's all. Alright, then exit here. So now I can press an order by coming here, purchases, then create an order here, right? Then tap here, then document type, I will say purchase order, okay? Supplier is this one, Boko Heart, okay? Then date, today's date, which is 12, okay? Then department, these are maybe for admin, okay? Then there currency is Zambian kwacha, ZMW. Delivery soon. Okay. Payment method may be after 30 days. We say after 30 days. Okay. Quotation not applicable unless if it's there. You can put the quotation number then tab so that you come into the data sheet. Then now here you select those books which you want to order. Okay, and you want to put them in which warehouse? Main stores. Now if you feel like this is too small, you can drag this, okay, so that it becomes bigger, so that when you do that it becomes bigger. Okay, then you can simply, after dragging it, you just press save here so that at least it's saved those settings. So here, how many are you ordering? 3,000. Okay, let's say 300 for the students. So at what cost value? 55 kwacha each. Okay, discount, nothing. VAT, let's say VAT, yes, there's 16%. Yeah, tap. Okay, then say okay here. Then we can simply save. Okay, our order is done, right? So now the next thing which we need to do is, if you want, you can print now the purchase order here. Oh, sorry, that's a purchase invoice, purchase order. We need to print the purchase order so that we send it to the supplier. Okay, so you can print it here, right? Okay, if you want, it doesn't matter if you start from January to 31 December. Whatever is in the range will be picked, no problem. So now, I'll do it like that. Yeah, so that is my order number. So preview that. Also, there is my order. Okay, yeah, so I have my order here, no problem. So everything is there. So print it and send it to the supplier. Yeah, so okay, so I can close it since I know now everything is okay. The next thing, let's assume that we have received now the books. So you create a GRIN to receive the books. So you come here, GRIN, then the date, let's say today's date. Then here you select the order number, which is number 1. You could have printed it by now. So foreign currency is always 1 because you're not dealing with the foreign currency. So supplier, what? Okay. You see, it copies automatically, it comes here. So now your job is to simply save. There is nothing difficult, these are straightforward things. So now from there, you can print your GRN here. If you, yeah, always print the GRN and attach it to the order, okay? Yeah, so that you have some complete entries, reports there, okay? Then preview here, right? So your GRN would have been created. So there it is, your GRN report. So print it and attach it to the order for 300, you see? So everything is there, all right? So there's no need to worry, okay? Even the company name is showing there, okay? Total value and everything is there, okay? So now you come here and say cross. So now the next thing is post the GRN after printing it. Yeah. So you post the GRN here. Yeah, right? Okay. Okay, so here, what I'm doing here, I'm matching. First, I got the GRIN which I created and match it to the order. GRIN number 1 versus the purchase order number 1. So now, I'm matching it here and the post. So now, after matching, you see, it says, please note that your GRIN matching with the order is now complete. So it means that my GRIN is closed to the other side. I cannot go and amend it, right? Then I can close here. Now, suppose I wanted to see how my entries are building up in the trial balance. I'll simply come here on monthly trial balance and select it for 1 month, day 2, day 12 to day 12, so that I see now how my entries are going. Yeah, that is the way how you move on, so that you are each day you have worked, you check your entries, you make sure that you are balancing. Once everything goes on well, you move on. Yeah, at the end of the day, don't forget that the trial balance is the one which you are going to use it to create your financial statements. Without the trial balance, it's impossible. You can't create any financial statements. Okay, so now, okay, so for the revenue account, we have a small issue here. Okay, all right, you can see it has shown as a difference here. That one, don't worry, I'll sort it out. Yeah, there are some entries which I captured some time back, so no wonder there is that figure. So they are not yet properly done. So yeah, that one is coming from the revenue side. The one which you are going to have will have nothing like that. Okay, so okay, let's see. Just one moment. So all right. So there was an issue. Okay, so I can post this one as well, right? Okay, so cross here. Okay, so now let's check it again. Yeah, so okay, for the day 12 to day 12, no problem. Process here. Okay, so it's important that at each stage where you're going, you're supposed to be checking your entry so that at least you know what is going on. Yeah, that's way how you move. Yeah, you see, the 500 is gone because it was not posted. That's why it was giving that. You remember that 500,000 which was being shown here, because it was not yet approved there. So now it's you posted the invoice, so you can see the double entry there. Everything is okay for me, so we can close it here. So now, let's see. You remember on the purchases, the GRN, we created it, but let's assume that we have now received also the invoice. Okay, so you need to go to supplier invoice. Okay, maybe here you got lost a little bit. Let's go back to the trial balance so that we recap properly. So you go under advanced here. Okay, advanced accounting, then trial balance here. I just want to show you something. I'm sure you are behind now. Yeah, you query the trial balance and you see those entries which we posted under the GRIN, where they are and why it is important that the invoices which you receive from the suppliers are also posted accordingly. I'll do this. So if you check here, there is what is called GRIN suspense. Have you seen this? There is a credit of 16,500 and under stock, there is also a debit of 16,500. Now, when we receive an invoice, we can see that the VAT is not there. Okay, yeah, there is no VAT account here. Now, since that order had also VAT, when we post an invoice, we expect this account called GRIN to be zeroized and shift to creditors and the VAT account to be created. Okay, Yeah, that is where how it is. So I'll close here. Now we need to come here under purchases and the input supply invoices. Okay, so when I come here, I'll simply say select the GRN, which is number one. You would have printed it by now. Okay, then here I'll select the date, which is today's date. Yeah, and then here I'll select the invoice. But here, always select the invoice date. If the invoice is dated in March, put March there. Yeah. So it's the invoice date actually there. So foreign currency is always one here. Okay. Invoice number. You put the invoice number. So let's say invoice number. Um, this is the invoice number. Yeah. Then here you select the supplier of that invoice, which is Bukati here. When you do that, have you seen that it has copied and filled in everything for you? But now, have you seen that it has also added the 16% and the VAT? You had 16,500, now you have 19,140 because of the VAT. You simply save there. That's all. You're done. There is nothing to worry about it. Everything is automated. Now, the next thing is to post that invoice here. Yeah. All right. So now we post that invoice, which is that one. Okay. Yeah. And match it with the GRN. Then here, select post. Post. Right? It's posted. Then I'll say, okay. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for it to finish. Now remember, I was saying, once you post an invoice, the GRN suspense should now move out. Okay. So that that liability shifts to creditors. So I'll credit you for the same day and check my trial balance and see if I will be able to have the input account as VAT and the creditors as well. But the stock as a debit will remain the same because those are not affected. It's just the shifting of liabilities. Have you seen the stock remains the same, but creditors, have you seen that now it has shifted? Okay, there is no GRN anymore. Okay, but input VAT you can see it's there. Okay, it has been created. When we check here, it should be balancing to zero. Okay, so my accounts are perfect. There is no problem. Okay, I'm still doing it perfect. Okay, yeah. So at this point, we have covered the procurement, the general journal. Now, let's assume that some students are supposed to, we are billing students for examination fees, boarding fees, or whatever it is. So what you need to do is, for those income related, you come under create product codes, even if they are services. So you come again here, or if you want, you can just say add a record here. Okay, it's one and the same thing. So now here, I'll say school fees. Or is it boarding fees? Boarding fees. These are income related items. Okay, so here I'll say for income, maybe these you can start from 1,000 going forward. So I'll say many stores again, right? And add the record. Then here I'll say exam fees, examination fees. These are all incomes. Okay, so 1,001 now. Okay, that's the code. So here I will say okay, yeah. Then meal costs, meals revenue. All these are revenue accounts. Okay. So 1,002 like that. Then here I'll say okay. Yeah. Okay, I've added enough for the purpose of demonstration. It close there. Now the next thing is you come here and add all your students here under customer data. Yeah. So now here I'll simply come here. Have you seen this? Yeah, you just do that, or you use it. This one is the same thing. So here I'll say James Mwense maybe is the student. Okay. Maybe this guy comes from Lusaka. Then phone number maybe something like this. I don't know. Whatever the phone number, the email address, if it's there, you can put Boxy. If it's there, you can put town, Lusaka. Okay. Then country, Zambia. Okay. Then tip in, if it's there, you can put. If it's not there, it's not there. Okay. So customer number, here you put the student number. So you say maybe student number is ST 300 3500, yeah, like that. So you just add it there. Okay. Exit here. Now the next thing is we need to attach now those revenues with the prices. So you come under prices here. All right. Yeah. So right. So say add. Yeah. So you remember here we had the boarding fees. All right. So boarding fees, taxi code, we will attach it. You don't pay the VAT. Let's say maybe here is 25,000. That's what they are supposed to pay. No, I think maybe it's too much. Okay. Oh, okay. It's okay. I'll check the category ID, which is sales invoice. Always select sales invoice there before amending here. So I will say maybe 5,000. Okay. Yeah. Then the date, when you have amended the price, today's date, then simply add. Yeah. Then we go to the other one. The other one was examination fees. Okay. Again, D. Yeah. So maybe examination fees 7,500. Okay. Then again, sales invoice mode here. Then here, these are prices which I'm putting now so that I create an invoice. Okay, add here. Then here, again, maybe meal allowance, meal revenue, which they are supposed to pay from the dining hall, sorry. Maybe per month they pay something like 4,500. Okay, so here I'll simply say, okay, fine. Okay, today's date, yeah, right? So add here, no problem. Now, at the end here, I need to bill this guy as a student. I'll go under customer invoice, okay? Yeah. So now here, when I come here, I will simply come here. I'll find that this one, James Mwense is there, right? Then now here, I'll simply say invoice. I'm not crediting this person. This is just an invoice. Then sales invoice mode. Then here, warehouse, main stores, right? Okay, quarter to quarter. Yeah. Then account code, I will simply say maybe revenue. Okay, there it is. All right. Yeah. Then here I started selecting now my thing. Boarding fees. Boarding fees maybe one here. Okay, for 1 month. Okay, you can put 1 month. Maybe that is the amount which they are paying. If you see the whole year, you put it like that. If, for example, in the month they pay 5,000 and they are paying for how many? For 3 months. I'll put 3 here, quantity 3. You can see it as the put 15,000. All right. Then here again, I'll select exam fees. Maybe this one is just for one sitting. Yeah. So there it is. Then I'll come here. The meal allowance, maybe this one they pay for 6 months. Okay. I'll put it there, 27,000. Okay. Then tap. Then when I receive that message, I'll simply say yes and save. That's all. Yeah. You see, I'm saving an invoice now. You wait a little bit, it's still running there. Once it finishes, now it has finished. So I'll simply say okay. Then now, here, I can easily print my invoice here. The same way you print the document, if you remember, you use this, the range again here. Yeah. So I print my document invoice, which I have to give it to that student. Okay. So it will be printed here. There is my invoice. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, you see there, James Mwense. Okay. Yeah. There it is. And the total, everything will be there for me here. Okay. It's supposed to be to give us to print is Control P. That's how you print it. Okay. So now to post it so that it goes to the accounts, you come here and post here. As long as it's highlighted here and the dates are there, it will still go. So you say okay. Yeah. Right? That one is posted. So I'll say close here. All right, I'm done. So now let's assume that this James Mwense decide to pay. Okay, part payment. Okay, so you go under receipt creation to create a receipt, right? So you come here and you say, okay, James Mwense, right? Then here, what do you do? Okay, so you say receipt number. Maybe this is you use the tax invoice, the invoice, sorry, that invoice number was invoice number 001. Okay, then here, part payment. Right, okay, so here you put the date, no problem. Yeah, then here, what do? You say, okay, this foreign currency 1 to 1. Yeah. Then here the date as above. Yeah, so I'll do it like that. Yeah, so I'll say okay. All right, no problem. Oh, now we have a problem. We didn't put the amount here. So you put the amount which is paid, It's 50,000. Then here, okay. Then you come here again. Okay, so oh, you put 50,000 again here. No problem. Yeah, but essentially the way it is, when you put 50,000 here, when you come in date, okay, let's assume that this one is not there. Okay, I just want to show you what happens here. Okay, let's assume that one is not there. The moment you select the date here, it's supposed to come automatically here. All right, have you seen that it has come automatically? Yeah, so you say save here. That's it. A receipt is created. To print a receipt, you can come here and under advanced accounts, you print your official receipt here. Okay, so we print the official receipt here. All right. Okay, what was the receipt number? Number 1. Preview. There it is. Our official receipt. Yeah, to Mr. James Mwense. There it is. Print it and give it to that person. That's all. So now the next thing is to post that receipt. If you don't post it, won't go into the accounts. You come here where it says receipt posting, right? So you select the receipt which is number 1. Yeah, it comes for 50,000. Then you post here and update, right? It's updated. Then you can close now here. Now the next thing is you check your advanced account in the trial balance. Okay. Remember, we have received 50,000 from Mr. James. Okay, now also we are doing for the trial balance for the 12, which is 12 to 12. Okay, so now we want to involve now the cash book. Now, before we involve the cash book, I want to show you something here, right? So that you understand what goes on there. All right? Yeah. So if you check, our trial balance is still balancing. Okay, without problems, it's balancing here. Now, there is an account called receipt control account that is created here, right? Which is showing now for the 50,000 which we got there, okay? and the other 50,000 has reduced the debtors control here. Okay, now what are we going to do now? We need to move this one to the cash book. Let's assume that we have seen that the 50,000 is showing in our bank account. We need to move that one to here. Okay, because essentially whatever is on the cash book must be equating itself to the cash book, to the bank statement. Yeah, so in short, the bank balance must be always the same as the cash book. Whatever difference is explained as either amount is still in the receipt control account or payment control account, or if you like it, uncredited deposit or unpresented checks. The accounts which is showing as unpresented checks is called the payment control account. The account which is representing uncredited deposit is called the receipt control account. That's where how it works. Okay, so in this case, yeah, if we want to involve the cash book, we'll simply come here under advanced accounting, and what we do, create a journal here, okay, and say, okay, today's 12, then reference, whatever reference as the checking, of course, is supposed to be a check number. Okay, so one here, right? So now here you are not debiting anyone. This is a pure general journal. Forget about those. Then you go to receipt control account. Okay, being a check now reflected in the bank. See a check number 4563. Okay, so we'll credit our receipt control account with 50,000. Okay, and debit our cash book, which is that bank now, cash book. So here I will simply copy this guy here. Okay, right, copy there with the 50,000. Is it? Yeah. And you save. That's it. We are done. So now the only thing which I need to do is to post that channel. Okay. When you post that channel, then now you can check your cash book and see how you are going. Okay. Right. Yeah. Now let's check our cash book and see how it looks. The cash book is found under advanced accounts. So here is my cash book. Okay. Now check here. Okay. Let's see what has happened to my cash book. Okay, so it was bank. What was the name of the? Oh, is this one? Okay, so preview here. Okay, there is my cash book. Okay, have you seen that the narrations are clear the way I've put it? Very, very clear. This is my 50,000 and this is the check. This is the check reference. So this check must be exactly as the bank statement. So now my bank balance, my cash book balance is like this. This balance must be always the same as the cash, the bank statement. Make sure that you have journaled out the bank charges. Yeah, those uncredited deposit, those remains in receipt control accounts. Payment control accounts represent unpresented checks. So at all time, your bank cash book and the bank statement should be always the same, unless there are some entries which you have not yet posted. So there we are. My cash book looks like that. Okay, so we are done. So to this point, unless there is anything that I've left out, we can look at the trial balance again and check if there is anything that is pending. Yeah, see whether my entries are balancing. Yeah, that's it. This is simple accounting. There's literally nothing like complex. No, anyone can do it. Yeah, these are just simple and straightforward transactions that you can see my trial balance is still balancing. Yeah. Now we have introduced the bank account, the cash book, which is this one here. Okay, with a 42,000 balance, 15,000 check, whatever, everything is there. So yeah. So now to add a new account, always come and always use a chart of accounts here. Okay, so you check the chart of account. So for example, if you want to add an account under fixed asset, you get, let's say now, special computers. Okay, so I want to put it here, in between here. So I'm going to say my account will be 400-11-003. Okay, okay, so I'll close here. Okay, 400-11-003. So, okay, so now I'll simply come here and say create accounts. So my account will be 400-11-003. Okay, then the value entered. Okay, so meaning this, okay, I've left one value, so I'm going to add another one. That's why it refused. So now there it has accepted. Then I'll say special, maybe this is a special server, computer. Okay, then this one I have to assign to fixed asset because these are fixed asset. If it was a P&L item, I would have expensed it. Yeah, as you can see, here you have fixed asset, current asset, liabilities, capital employed, revenue, other income, cost of sales, expenses, long term. You simply assign whatever account which falls under those categories. Then simply add. Okay, that's all. Yeah. So now we can check now our chart of account how it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So to check, you check like that. Okay. So all right, no problem. Yeah, special computer. Have you seen? It has come here. So it's part of the fixed assets. So that's where how it is. Special server computer. It is there. It's added. That's where how you add these accounts. No problem. I think I've covered almost everything, unless I've left out something. I've left out budgeting and the payroll for the next session. I won't want to overload you. For now, please go through this thing. Where you have an issue, you can call our office so that we resolve it. Thank you so much for watching this video.